Welcome to Floyd Music Academy. In this video, we will explore the classification of musical instruments. Musical instruments have been integral to human expression and culture for millennia, serving as vehicles for artistic creativity, emotional communication, and cultural identity. With a vast array of instruments spanning various cultures and traditions, it becomes essential to classify them systematically. Such classification not only aids musicians and scholars in understanding their characteristics and roles, but also highlights the diversity and richness of musical heritage worldwide. Classifying musical instruments is a complex endeavor, often relying on multiple criteria such as the method of sound production, material construction, and cultural context. By examining these factors, we can categorize instruments into distinct groups, providing insights into their mechanics, history, and cultural significance. Before we start, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. I'm thrilled to guide you through the intricate classification of musical instruments. Let's dive right in. Classification by sound production method. Musical instruments can be broadly classified based on how they produce sound. This categorization results in four primary groups. First, percussion instruments. Percussion instruments produce sound by being struck, shaken, or scraped. Examples include drums, cymbals, tambourines, and xylophones. Second, string instruments. String instruments generate sound through the vibration of strings, which may be plucked, bowed, or struck. Common examples include guitars, violins, cellos, and harps. Third, wind instruments. Wind instruments produce sound by vibrating air within a resonating chamber. They are further divided into brass instruments, where the player's lips vibrate against a mouthpiece, for example, trumpet and trombone, and woodwind instruments, where the player blows air through a reed or over an edge, for example, flute and clarinet. And finally, fourth, electronic instruments. Electronic instruments generate sound electronically through synthesizers, samplers, and digital keyboards. These instruments offer vast possibilities for sound manipulation and are prevalent in contemporary music production. Classification by material and construction. Another approach to classification focuses on the materials used to construct the instruments and their physical characteristics. Instruments can be categorized as follows. Woodwinds. Instruments primarily made of wood, such as flutes, clarinets, and oboes. Brass instruments. Instruments typically made of brass or other metals, including trumpets, trombones, and tubas. Stringed instruments. Instruments featuring strings stretched across a resonating body made from materials like wood, metal, or synthetic materials. Examples include guitars, violins, and pianos. Percussion instruments. Instruments made from various materials, including wood, metal, and animal skins. They often encompass a wide range of shapes and sizes, from drums to maracas. Classification by cultural context. Musical instruments are deeply intertwined with cultural traditions and practices. Classification based on cultural context highlights the diversity and uniqueness of instruments across different regions and societies. Examples include folk instruments. Instruments associated with specific folk traditions and regional cultures, such as the banjo in American folk music or the sitar in Indian classical music. Traditional instruments. Instruments with significant historical and cultural significance within a particular cultural or ethnic group, like the koto in Japanese music or the djembe in West African music. Contemporary instruments. Instruments that have emerged or evolved in modern times, often reflecting technological advancements and changing musical trends. The classification of musical instruments provides a framework for understanding their diverse characteristics, functions, and cultural significance. By categorizing instruments based on sound production method, material construction, and cultural context, musicians, scholars, and enthusiasts can explore the rich tapestry of musical heritage worldwide. Whether it's the rhythmic pulse of percussion, the melodic resonance of strings, the expressive power of winds, or the innovative sounds of electronics, each category of instruments contributes uniquely to the universal language of music, enriching our lives and connecting us across cultures and generations. If you enjoyed this video, do like and share it. See you soon in the next one.